Hey, it's Claire from Cluesy. Thank you so much for tuning into my frequency today. So today's video is going to take a little bit of a different tact because what's going to happen is that I'm going to be reading from the computer screen here to my right to talk to you about a few things for women's health, because there's a few ingredients I need to read out and I can't memorize them all. And in fact, this is where you'll figure out that I can't actually speak English very well, because half of the things I'm about to read out, I don't even know if I'm pronouncing them right or even how to pronounce them. So please don't judge me. But I just wanted to talk to you this week about women's health. It's Women's Health Week. So, you know, at Cluesy Clinic, we talk often about the chemical exposure that we continually put our bodies through, putting big demand on our lymphatic system and our livers. So I just like to share with you a few things that you can do that just helps reduce some of the exposure. So I looked up on the internet the most common, most popular worldwide makeup brand, and it probably doesn't surprise you to know that it's L'Oréal Paris. L'Oréal own about 6 or 7 other very popular makeup companies as well, like Redken and a few other things, and Maybelline. L'Oréal own them. So I just want to read to you a foundation. Now, you've been watching me on videos, you can see that this is a la natural. I do not wear makeup. I think I wear makeup maybe once a year, maybe once every 2 years. I think the last time I put makeup on was for my wedding, which is 3 years ago this week. So it's been a long time. So I don't actually wear makeup, but I have a zillion clients in here that leave makeup stains all over my massage table, well, over my treatment bench. So I talk to them about the choices that they make. So for example, I looked up, oh, sorry, just kicked the camera. I looked up L'Oréal's most popular foundation, and I looked up the ingredient list. Now, keep in mind that they are not actually regulated to tell you every single ingredient, but they're regulated enough to tell you most of them. So for L'Oréal's, this is where I'm looking at the computer. So for their infallible 24-hour matte cover foundation, the ingredient list that they are telling us about, so water, harmful, no, I'm not sure, but okay, this is where it gets interesting. Dimethicillin, isodecaine, acrylics, polymethylsilicolomoxylacerate, copolymer, whatever, butylene glycol, silica, PEG-10 dimethicone, synthetic fluorofluoropyte, isohexidine, cellulose, isononyl isononolate, pentalalalene glycol, bispeg/ppg14, 14-dimethicone, magnesium sulfate, phenoxylalethol, disodium stearoyl glucamate, caproyl glycol, silica ciliate, distridamine ammonium hectorite, calcium aluminium borosilicate, tofylferol hydroxyacrylate /sodium acrylylmethyl copolymer. Hang on, I've lost my spot. Parfum fragrance, so fragrance, aluminium hydroxide, hexyl cinnamol, benzyl salicylate, linalool, sorbitan isoterate, polysorbiate 60, alpha isomethyl ion, benzyl alcohol, citrinolol, may contain Cl77891, titanium dioxide, Cl77491, Cl77492, Ci or Cl77499, ion oxides. So that's what you're putting on your face if you use L'Oréal or one of its affiliate companies. So I don't understand that, and I did chemistry up to year 12. So it's pretty full on. A lot of them are just things that are anti-caking for the actual material and things that bind other things. But still, you're putting a chemistry lab on your skin. What is the biggest absorber of toxins? Your skin. Just keep that in mind. And what is your face covering? Your brain. anyway, I digress. And plus there's lots of aluminium in there, and we know aluminium is not good. Okay, so what's an alternative? Well, for our wedding, and Susie, because Susie's been pretty conscious about makeup since I met her. She used to wear a lot of makeup, hardly wears it at all now, but when she does, she's really conscious about what she puts on her face. So for our wedding, we used a brand called Inika, I-N-A-K-A. So I'm looking up their foundation. It is called Loose Mineral Foundation, funnily enough. So what are the ingredients? Now, I'm going to take a really big deep breath. Mica, zinc oxide, and then may contain titanium dioxide, iron oxides, and ultramarines. That's it. That's it. That's it. I didn't have to take a deep breath at all. Isn't that funny? So that is a company. They're also, you know, we like no testing on animals and stuff. L'Oreal can't say the same thing, but Inika Cosmetics can. So if you were to actually compare the two, which one do you want on your face? They are, the Inika products, seriously, they are amazing makeups. If for those of you who don't know me, asked me to put a wedding photo up. We looked hot. Plus, I normally get all like, when I put makeup on. I was fine. So just please, if you pick up a foundation and it says 7,000 ingredients that are chemicals that you do not understand, and then you pick up one that's got like 3, choose the one with 3. Or better still, just let your natural shine. Who cares if you've got a couple of little blemishes or whatever? You're beautiful. Your beauty comes from your inside. So smile and laugh a lot, and you'll be beautiful. So anyway, I'm not going to tell you not to wear makeup. I'm just going to tell you to please just make your choices better. So that's one of the most common things for women. What's another really most common thing for women? Well, if you're like me, every 28 days, you have to use some kind of menstrual device. So what are the options there? You've got pads, you've got tampons, and you've got cups, or you got rags, but you know, that's pretty 18th century stuff. So, but I just wanted to talk to you about the most common tampon there is Tampax. Now that might be American because over here we've got a few different things like Libra and stuff like that, but I just want to tell you, most of them are made of cotton or rayon, and rayon is cotton and something else mixed together. So you're putting a tampon in a very vascular, absorbent, important part of your body. Guess what? I'm going to look at the computer again because I want to get this quote right. Cotton is the crop in the world that is sprayed with the most chemicals. So if you are putting a cotton, non-organic things up your jujujini, then you're putting in more chemicals. Like seriously, we have to be more conscious. So I don't use tampons because I used to, but I don't because they also run a risk of toxic shock syndrome. So because they absorb the blood and then they sit there, and if you've got all this, anyway, I don't want to even talk about it. And how do you know that all of the stuff that you're putting in is coming out? So what is your alternative? Personally, for the last 4 or something years, and I know a lot of my friends have been wearing these things for 10, 15, 20 years, is these things. So what's in the bag? What are these? I like blue. It's Cluesy color, this particular brand is Lunette. It's back to front, but anyway, it's a Lunette. It's a menstrual cup. So with these, I pop this in. I empty it maybe 2 or 3 times a day on my heavy days. It's made of silicone. I'm pretty happy to wash that and pop that in. It really doesn't run you having a risk of toxic shock syndrome because the blood is collected in the cup. It is not absorbed and sitting in there. So that's just one other thing that you can do for yourself to reduce the amount of chemicals you're putting in, therefore reducing the toxic load in your body, therefore improving your health. So even the guys that have been watching this, thank you so much for watching it. If you have a lady in your life or a daughter or a mother, which most of us have at least one of those things, can you please have a chat to them, show them this video and say, please just make better choices, because what if what you think is making you beautiful is actually killing you from the inside? Let me not talk about hair dye and bleach. Anyway, I've talked over 10 minutes today because for me, women's health is pretty important because I'm a woman. So I just want to make sure that all the women out there are making the right choices for their health. Just changing those two things can potentially change your life, but they are just the tip of the iceberg. So thank you so much for watching. Enjoy Women's Health Week. If you need to get your bits and bobs checked, or if you haven't looked at your own boobs for a little while, give them a little bit of a feel, check if you're concerned, go see someone about it. But other than that, just watch what you're putting on and in your body. Mwah! Love to all the women out there. Bye. Thanks for watching.